Hello ARK players, we are on day 2 of the tutorial guide for getting started and what to look forward to. So, you've been grinding a lot and you feel like you have accomplished a lot and you want to see some fun stuff you could potentially have mid to late game. And I will tell you how, like this sword right here, for example, I knew it will catch your attention. You go, what the hell is that? It is so cool. Well, this is one of the many unique weapons, the Shredder. And my favorite feature and why I chose this weapon first to show you is it's not very useful. There's better things in it, but nothing does this. Helicopter, helicopter. But yes, you can actually do this to your tread mates too. As long as you make a hit thing, it doesn't work on wood. But it's pretty fun. And I have a lot more unique weapons to show you. I just want to satisfy my own. It never gets old. But yeah, so let me hover over the weapon for you. So this weapon will go with like a spiritual potion, and we'll talk about the potions here in a little bit. So we're going to cover some weapons, some tames, and the long and complicated process of magic find, how to get it, what you can imbue, what you can't imbue, and so on. That is going to be the boring part, so we're going to start with the fun part. So this sword has its own unique set that makes it more powerful just like every other weapon. But I just wanted to show you guys some of the cooler features. This is the Dodo Butt Gun, as I call it. The Scrambler. We have the bow. Let's turn off the tech shield. It might be a little better that way. We have the Plague Spear. It's a good farming tool. If you kill something, it plagues, and then if you kill something more, it plagues, and it's just like a big giant chain reaction of plagues. We'll take out these tools and play around with them. This is the Eye of the Storm, probably my favorite thing. You can pick all kinds of storms, but if you wear the full set, which the Vengeance set, I don't have a completed one here, but it's very powerful. It's the best farming set to have. So this set, the Vengeance set, plus the Eye of the Storm, you just round around and drop everything. Now, I have to put a little disclaimer on the Vengeance set. Do not use it when you're fighting big bosses. I know personally on Anima, if you wear the Vengeance set, you will crash every single time. I have told the developers about it, and they don't know why either, but I'm sure they'll, figure it out eventually. This is the Icicle. Holding it over for you guys for just a second. This is actually the best tool to put on Edward. And we'll go who Edward is in a minute. This is the highest DPS for him. I haven't really used this one much. It's a gathering tool more like it. I'm not a big fan of it. Army of the Dead, the Misfortune Sword, as I like to call it. Looks pretty dank. I love the artwork behind it. Whoever did it, good job. The Afterlife. Oh, I can't put it on because it's daytime. That's right. It is basically a Phantom, but the unique version of it. We have the Fortune Sword, which ignores all damage. So some dinos you probably noticed by now, the loot dinos, the lucky variant dinos have reduced damage. The resources dinos have reduced damage, and so on. This doesn't care about that. It just goes through. The Hades Torch. You can put it down if you like. You can pick it back up. It is supposed to nullify the effects and 500% damage to night creatures. I haven't heard anybody using it. And here we have the boomstick. Fun little weapon, just goes around. This is the legendary version of the Phantom. Most weapons have legendary versions, but some don't. Like Eye of the Storm doesn't. The X haven't seen this one have one. At least Legion hasn't told me. Now this is the multi-tool. This or the Swiss Army knife is the unique version of it, and the Gold Digger is the legendary version of it. This as a legendary, so I brought out the legendaries because you can see all the stats on all of them just by one weapon. When it's a unique, it has beacon blast damage and chance to do quadruple damage, but when you have it as a legendary, it has your magic find increased by 100%, and we'll talk about what magic find is here in a minute, and that's going to be probably the longest part of this video. The Wabbajack, endgame weapon. That with the Midas set is you're practically indestructible. So here is, you get a gold skin, so you got more resistance. It can do terminal variant damages and applies the Midas touch. And that on top of the full set, you have 300% more damage to it. If you stack that with your player ranking, which is quite simple, you just go around and you kill first all the variants, then only Omega creatures, all the variants, then beacon bosses, all the variants. Ultimate, you're killing Titans at this point, one of each. Godlikes, but this is the no tame side. I have a video which was done by Legion that should be popping up for you right about somewhere here. If I did it right and I didn't forget, should be already on your screen. He talks about how to get weapons like these. He is the expert of it. I am not. That's why I'm going to just direct you to that video. My thing is mostly taming. So you're able to craft some unique kibble now, and you're starting to notice these tames with names, right? They're just wild, but they have names like Edward or Sinman or Bahamut. So these are unique creatures. You use unique kibble to tame them. So and this one's a perfect example. So Omega Sandman, you're gonna need Omega kibble for it. They don't go up to godlike. They are max tier at Omega, and you need Omega kibble to tame them. So if you can make Omega kibble, you can tame anything. It doesn't matter. You can use Omega kibble on a beta dino, and this goes for any like rage variant. You have Omega rage kibble, and you're trying to tame something that's beta rage, you can feed it the Omega kibble, and it will work. So Edward is a metal / paragon. He has very high damage reduction. I believe it's about 90 to 99%. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he is going to be probably your first tame. And he is, if you have him at Paragon, like you can see right here, Paragon 5, I was able to make him godlike. And I believe he did not have his saddle. No, so just regular saddle. His saddle is very, very broken. And I do have a video on that made about him. So if you can get him to Omega tier and Paragon 5, you can make him godlike, which makes him even stronger. You're going to be your boss fighter for a while for the basic level bosses. Like, you can take any basic level boss if you get him to ancient to, I don't know, Paragon 15 to be safe. And then just have potions on you. Sandman is not a fighter. He is more of your... Gargon is an ability where he will stone something for a short amount of time, and he'll be taming variant. So all the damage, 500% of the damage he does becomes as torpor. So he basically helps you out, knock out bigger creatures. However, he does not do raid torpor. Raid torpor is for metal arrows, like knocking out alpha creatures and stuff like that. So you're going to have to make a compound bow with arrows for that. Or you can use this bow, which I had, and I put it away. It's a cosmic bow. I'll find it for you guys. I remember having it. Maybe we'll get one from the tokens. So, I have blah blah. I have piqued your appetite on these cool weapons. So how the heck do I get them? I went to the video, but that's more of a end game, mid game kind of stuff for me. Worry not. The developer has provided you with a chance of tokens, which you can get a primitive, unique weapon, but it's random. This is in your Omega Workbench, and this is the recipe for it. Remember what we talked about last time about Paragon shards and whatnot? So Paragon shards are from killing Paragon Dinos. You will put them in here, and you will shred them. Grind Paragon souls. So if we were to type in Paragons right now, they will show up over the map. I should have brought one. I thought I was a little more prepared this time, but I guess not. I don't think I have any in here. Yeah, that's okay. But let's continue. So you found a few Paragon shards, dodos, whatnot, and you're not really gonna use them. You don't see any use for them. So you grinded them up and you made yourself some tokens. So just to see what the RNG weighs mostly on, I have crafted a few ahead of time to save time, because magic find will take forever. So we're just gonna go down the line and open them. Boomerang. There's your if you get a Eternal Spear unique from here, you are set. You are lucky. You have your Scream set. You're golden. Oh, there's a shield unique. I'm sorry, I totally forgot to grab that one. Okay, so it looks like we're leaning more towards the afterlife, afterlife. We got a Destiny Spear, which is good. It's a really good spear. And we have two orbs. The orbs kind of do this. Summon a creature for you to escape, and when you dismount it, it disappears. I don't know what it will be used for. I guess it's a cool idea. But this is how you can get unique weapons. And now that you can, you already grinded your Soul Scream set, and you want a unique spear, there you go. Now remember, and I'm repeating this for my sake because I was stupid and I forgot, double and triple works when thrown is only on the legendary. On the unique, you have to physically poke. So, poke. Not throw. You don't get any stats multipliers from throwing until you get the legendary version. Alright, let's continue. This is my favorite dino, that's why it's always here. I'm like in love with it right now. There are many different sets throughout your ARK Omega career. This is going to be your end game, like I said. Then you're going to go for your Vengeance. And then, of course, first is your Soul Scream. So let's talk about Edward for a second. In dinos. So any dino that can equip a weapon like this, the unique weapon abilities do not work on it, nor do the legendaries. So if you have a really high legendary sickle like this, it's great. It's perfect. It's the best DPS you can get. But he will not benefit from the abilities whatsoever. It's just a basic icicle for him. It'll still free stuff and whatnot, but yes. The reason I'm telling you this, and I'm not showing you the Phantom, you can put a Phantom on him at nighttime, and if you don't soul ball him or cryopod him or transfer him to other servers, you can use the Phantoms during the day. So I've been told, I have not confirmed it with the modder or any modder on the team, but I was told that the Phantom will be removed from Edward's kit. That's why I'm not showing them, to keep it somewhat up to date. Phantom applies 3 curses to a dino, reducing damage that is dealt to you, and you're increasing the damage that he is taking from everyone. So I think the modder felt that that was a little bit overpowered, and he decided to remove that, or he will. But again, it's here until now. This, the worst part of all, Magic Find. Magic Find dictates when you kill something, you notice that you get some drops. Well, the higher magic percentage find you get, the higher that chance is. So I have a few charms here. Like this one has 96% magic find, which is amazing. But this one has 39%, this one has 65%. So just from those 3 items, you have well over 100, maybe almost 200 just for those 3 items. But that's nice, right? How do I get this? What is the red and pink that I see, and why is there still blue there? We'll get to that. So if you ever have a charm like this one that's apprentice, you can always level it up here in the Imbue workbench. You just have to have the charm fragment from it, which you get from grinding charms in your item fragmenter, and what we talked about last time. So we went from apprentice to ascended. Now we can re-roll and see if we get lucky on magic find. 4% melee. I never get lucky on magic find, just so everybody knows and's aware of it. Melee 8%. Okay, we'll take this one and just go roll with it. So you have imbued your first charm and you want to make it powerful? Great. You can do charms. We're just gonna select. I assume that everybody can farm some Omega Essence at this point. 36 to Imbue, so Magic Imbue. If you would like to re-roll it, you can on Armor as well. So we can re-roll. If you have a saddle, you can always imbue it up to Ancient Tier, but I haven't done any Ancient Tier imbuing, so I have not tested it out. Great, we'll take that one too. You can re-roll magic unique charms. Unique charms are very hard to get, and you have to be lucky. Most of the time you will be getting them from gods. But I just wanted to show you that there's many unique charms out there, and the best one probably, depending on what you're doing, if you're farming for unique stuff, is the Lucky Charm. Lucky Charm doubles your drop rate on items. It doesn't give you flat magic damage or anything. If you have a unique saddle, you can still upgrade it all the way to Ancient, I'm sorry, to Ascended, but you use unique fragments. Anything that it's a unique will use unique fragments. Anything that's a charm, like the charm right here that I did, will use a charm. Magic charm fragment. Any armor or saddle will use magic fragments. So we're going to move into, and you can you can just re-roll it and you'll get a lot more bonuses, right? All right. So here's what you can do with cursing. Cursing gear has the potential to make it more powerful. It's the luck of the draw, and you're going to be using soul shards. Yes, we're back to the cursed shards that you can't farm yet. I know, I was there. So if let's say we have we want our melee to go higher than 8%, we would do multiple curses. Bad luck. Our melee went lower, but our weight went up quite a bit. It's a purple means it has helped the stat grow, and red means the stat has been reduced. And it's totally random at everything. So we're going into what you can imbue. You can add imbue saddles. You can add imbue or curse. I'm sorry. You can add curse saddles, unique saddles, or unique weapons. You can add upgrade them either. So you can only do gear and charms, but you cannot do unique charms either. So let's say that these are all trash and you don't want them. We're not going to grind that one. You come back here, you put them in, and you frag them. You have your magic fragments from your armor and stuff, and saddles, and you have the charm that you grinded. And then you will put those back in to work on another charm you have farmed. And that's how basically you get magic find until you get something along the lines of this. Of course, it's not going to be perfect. Normal 96% is a very high roll and very useful. And I will, right now I barely have any magic find. I don't think I have any magic find on me. Yeah, I have no magic find. So we're going to take the charm with us. We'll keep these weapons on us just because I don't forget to put them back. So that is basically how you, what you can imbue, how to imbue it, how to curse it, how to grind it, and how to put it back into fragments for the next set to reroll, and it's RNG to be honest. So now that we have our magic find figured out, if you guys have any questions about this, it was so confusing for me when I first learned it. Hopefully I'm explaining it to you correctly. Let's go out there and let's show you guys some drops. I will be using the Eternal Spear because I already have the set already on. As you can see, no drops. No drops. Woo! Definitely dropped me there. Oh, this game never gets old. Note to self, read before you throw. Okay, now let's put on the magic fragment. Oh, there's an item right above me. Got a little lag here. Now, let's put on a little... Oh, I didn't bring him. Never mind. So you can see that from all of that, we had a drop here, which is Furt Leggings. The more magic find you have, the higher the chances for you to get a drop. There's a piece set. You can see we went from having nothing to getting them more often. That's just how magic find works. But again, it's all luck. Now that we're still on the topic of magic find, I forgot to mention one thing about the sets. You can change their random stats, just like you do with other armors in the imbuing workbench. So this one we can click and we can re-roll what stats it has. So health right there, we're gonna re-roll it. Now we have damage and armor. So you can do these and re-roll them, but you cannot curse them. Set items are also not curseable. So you have to give and take there. You can be overpowered in killing everything, or you can have high magic find. Depends what you're doing. I believe that will be it for this video. It's probably 20 to 30 minutes long already. But that is all I wanted to show you guys for now. Next thing I'm going to work on is learning the vacuum system so I can put a vacuum video out there because I believe it's a very important, very easy, high quality of life, and I don't know how to do it. So, again, thank you guys for watching. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. If you want to be notified when I post stuff, go ahead and hit that bell. Oh, I forgot one weapon because it's over here. This fires essence. Is this crossbow? Guess I saved the best thing for last. Anyways, guys, if you like my content, please consider subscribing. If you really like the content, you want to be up to date when I post something, go ahead and hit that bell. If you enjoyed the video and helped you out in any way, shape, or form, please consider hitting the like button. If you don't, and something is wrong and you're not understanding, please feel free to leave a comment below. I do get to all my comments eventually. Depends which time of night you are putting them in. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.